Hello again guys, it's me, and today I thought I'd do a little talk on a topic that I find really interesting, and I feel like if I could have gone back and changed it, I might have. So I thought if anyone's thinking of going to uni, they may be able to watch this and be like, and actually think about it. Now, I commute to uni, and that is an hour and a half every day. And generally I have 9 AM start, so I'll get to the tube station about 7:30 and then get to uni about 8:30. Because it's half an hour walk from my house to the tube station and etc. So I have enough time to sort of prepare and not be running from a tube straight to uni into a lecture. And then if I finish at about 5, it will take me longer to get home because it's rush hour, and if I finish at about 2, I'll be happily on my way home. And I'm just going to talk about a couple of things. First of all, time and how that affects me with like revision and things like that, the stress it causes, the cost, and just anything else that I can think of. Now, for the time and revision, I have found that for me personally it slightly helps because it's a cut-off point. So I was speaking to one of my lecturers about this, and he said he does the same because he drives home, and once he gets home he's like, because after an hour and a half of tubes, buses and walking, the last thing I want to do is go home, open a book and revise for 3 or 4 hours. I am drained. Now, it may not seem like it, but sitting on a tube, just sitting stationary, drains you. Like, for the first week I was like, I can't, I'm so tired. I was getting home and pretty much falling asleep, and it was just from sitting on the tube. I don't know what it does to your body, but it was not good. But now I feel like it helps me because, for example, if I have a 9 AM lecture, a 1 PM lecture and a 3 PM lecture, what I will do is I'll do the 9 AM. I'll be like, you know what, I'm not going to do any work when I get home. I am realistic about that. I know that I will be like, I will do 2 hours later, get home and be like, no, I'm eating, I am listening to music or watching TV, and then I'm sleeping because I am drained. So that helps me mentally be like, you know what, when I get home I'm not doing any work, but I have 2 hours now. And also, where I don't live nearby, I don't think, oh, I can go home and sleep, or I can go home and do work and then get home and make food, and then by then I've got another lecture or something. I have to stay most of the time in the uni building, or if not at my friends' halls, but I'm more likely to go there and do work. So I feel like as a mental tool for me, that does really help, because I know that while I'm at uni I will use all that time, and then when I go home, that hour and a half is me leaving that mode of mind. That doesn't make sense. Leaving that mindset in that I know that when I get home I'm going to be too tired and I'm not going to do work, so I better do it at uni. And for me that really works. Some people, they have a 2-hour uni break, they can't do work, and I find that if I've spent like a whole week doing work, sometimes I have an hour and I'm like, I have to go for a walk, or I have to just get up and move, I have to do something. And on those days I'm lucky enough to be at uni in London, I'll just walk around, there's loads of nice scenes and things like that. But I think that commuting really does help me with that. I personally can't revise on the tube. I know some people that do. It's up to personal preference. I find that reading and trying to learn something messes with my head, and I'll end up with a migraine, which I really don't like because I really don't like migraines. I used to have them a lot, not so much anymore, unless I self-inflicted them by trying to revise on the tube or something like that. And I find that it really helps me with books because I can read a book and it won't give me a migraine because it's something passive, and also it helps the time. Like, I'll be reading a book and I'll be like, this is my stop, because I'm just so into it, which really helps me because I'm someone that used to be like, okay, we're at this stop, looks down at watch, okay, and it would just drag so much. So I feel like for me it really helps because I have that time to revise, I get a lot of reading done on the tube, and it's just, it helps my productivity. And also when I get home, not I don't feel guilty, because I wouldn't feel guilty, but you get what I mean, in that I can watch TV and be like, I've done work today, I've done this today, etc. So for me personally, with productivity and with work, it does really help. I know for some people, like, they get the train, and where it is a lot of hassle for them because we go during rush hour, I'm lucky I get on the 3rd stop in for my tube journey, so I can get a seat or stand near the edge, get my book, and be in a position that when loads of people rush on, I'm secure-ish. Whereas some people I know get on in the middle, and that can be really hard for them. They can't even get a book out, they're just sandwiched. So for them it's a wasted hour or however much of their day, and I think that really depends on the person. So if you're thinking of commuting, try your journey out before you go to uni. I tried it out a couple of times. I tried it at 8 AM, 9 AM, 10 AM just to really see, and then at 5 PM. So yeah, I'm one of those people that crazy over prepares, and I feel like that really helped me deal with what it was going to be like. Number 2 is stress. Like I said, I get on at the 3rd stop, so it's not stressful for me, although sometimes when I get on and there are no seats, it can get really stressful and you get some weird people on the tube, but that's just how it is. It can be stressful when my lecture is meant to finish at 4:45 and it finishes at 5 to 5 and I just think, I'm getting on a rush hour tube home, I can't read, I can't do anything, this is going to be a very long hour of my life. And I've sort of just learnt to deal with that. It can get really frustrating when I'm sitting there thinking, you were meant to finish, I could be on my way home, I could be on a seat on the tube and things like that. And sometimes when tubes are running late and just so many things. I'm lucky I'm on the Northern Line, it's generally alright, so I'm so thankful for that. And I know Southern Rail, if anyone's on trains, that can be stressful, but overall I feel like it's taught me a lot in terms of organising my time, patience and dealing with that sort of stress. Like, no one likes to be in rush hour tube, but I've learnt to deal with it in a way that I didn't know how to before because I'd never really got on the tube during rush hour. And number 3 is cost. Now I pay roughly 800 and something. It depends. I have a monthly travel card. This was all because I was going to buy a yearly one, which is £1,000, and I do zones 1 to 3, which is basically all of London, and it would have cost me £1,000 with an 18+ student card, so that's with a discount. If not, it's 1,200. But for some reason when I went on the website it was not working, so I was like, you know what, I'll do a monthly one. And personally for me that has really helped because, like, currently I'm off uni for about 3 weeks, so I'm like, I would have been paying for those 3 weeks, whereas now the first week of the month I did a pay as you go, because you only save, like, with a month one I think you save like £10, £15, so doing a pay as you go for a week didn't really impact it. And then those 3 weeks I'm not paying for now, so that really helps me. And living in London, we get quite good maintenance loans because they know that transport is horrible, especially if you're getting the train. I'm not sure how much a train costs, but I know that they're a lot more expensive and they are very picky by time, whereas if you buy like a monthly tube pass, you get the tube peak and off peak and all buses in London, which really helps me because sometimes if I'm feeling lazy I'll get the bus home, whereas if I did pay as you go I'd pay for the tube and then have to walk home, which is a 20-minute journey, so that helps me. And I feel like in terms of cost it is effective because, like I said, I pay £800 because I'm in for about 8 months of the year, but I don't even think it's been that because, like I said, I've had like Christmas time off, so I haven't paid it and things like that, and you do get student discount on a monthly pass, so it's £102 for a month for me, which is £6 a day pay as you go, so I'm not sure what that is. Someone can work it out if they really want to. And I think compared to the cost of renting somewhere and all that and the effect that it's had on my productivity, I feel like it's been worth it, and I have saved quite a lot of money, which allows me to do things that I want to do. I can talk about this more in like a staying at home video because obviously it was my decision to stay at home during uni. Some people really don't like that, they prefer their independence. I'm a bit like, sometimes I wish that I would have moved out just for the social aspect and the independence, but at the same time staying at home allows me to be more productive, save money to go travelling, which is one of my aims that I really want to do, and things like that. So I would definitely say if you're thinking of commuting to uni and not living there, really do take into account that it may help your productivity, it may save you a lot of money, and when you think about it, like stress of that versus stress of paying rent and having no money, or finding a house, or not getting on with flatmates, how that fares. Just some things to think about. If you have any questions, please do comment below, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!